Hey, what is up, guys? It is your boy, Kingdom Soldier, and I'm back again with another commentary. And I want to talk about an interesting subject today, and I want to ask you the question: is second place really a curse? Team EnVyUs, who everybody's wondering right now, are they going to do a roster change? Is Clayster going to leave and go somewhere else because he wants to win? Is Merc going to retire and go into big timer land doing day trading? Is Nameless going to go somewhere else? He's been there a while and won a couple championships, but is it time for him to move on? Is JCap going to go somewhere else? What is going to happen with Team EnVyUs? Is second place really a curse? Team EnVyUs, and let me tell you a tale of 4 seconds. A tale of 4 seconds. Team EnVyUs, in the last two Call of Duties, has had some of their worst placings in the first two events of those Call of Duties. They've never placed in top three in the first two events of the last two Call of Duties, or this current one. So in the last three Call of Duties, Team EnVyUs has placed outside of top three. But the very next event in Black Ops 2, they got second place. In Call of Duty Ghosts, they placed outside of the top three in the first two events, and in the very next event, they placed second. The most important tournament of the year, which for some reason we haven't heard of for this game, and I'm getting kind of worried about it because COD Championships in Black Ops 2 was the 7th of April. COD Championships in Call of Duty Ghosts was the 30th of March, which is like 2 months from now. We should already be getting promotions. We should be hearing about COD Champs and where it's going to be and what it's going to be and how big it's going to be, and seeing the crazy commercial of, oh, teams from all around the world come together in Activision, and we should already be seeing that stuff. So I don't know why we're not seeing that. I'm getting kind of worried, but the roster changes that are taking place in competitive Call of Duty are all revolving around this event that we haven't even heard about yet, that interestingly enough, with the bad placings that Envy has had in and out of the last couple of years, getting ninth here and 8th here and 10th here and 13th here and 4th, they got second at COD Champs in Black Ops 2 and second at COD Champs in Call of Duty Ghost, taking home a cool $200,000. So a player like Merc, who has 13 championships and who has played on basically two teams, Optic Gaming and Team EnVyUs, basically Apex, but that was kind of like playing for Optic. But Optic Gaming and Team EnVyUs, this guy is not too upset about last year because, yeah, they had some bad placings, but they pulled it together at the end of the year. But at the beginning of the year, when they weren't placing well, when Karma and EnVyUs couldn't get it together, they still got second at COD Champs. And so Merc took home a cool $50,000. So my question is second place really a curse? And if everything goes according to plan, then Envy's going to get second at the next event. Do they want second? No. But are there teams out there that would say, you know what? If I had to not place first in the next three events, but I was able to place second at COD Champs, I might take that. I love getting championships, but $200,000 prize, that's not too bad. This is my career. This is what I do for a living. And so a $50,000 salary is good for anyone. A $50,000 salary is great. So we're not even talking about the other prize pools that these players get, but getting second place at COD Champs, if they could do it for a third year in a row, I mean, he may be Karma 2 rings, but it could be, Envy second place. In Envy, I don't know what you'd call it, but basically, what I'm trying to say is that second place isn't necessarily a curse. For EnVyUs, they've been pretty successful getting second place. Do they want to get first again? Of course. They did a good job getting first at Gfinity, getting first at the league playoffs last year. Do they want to get first again? Yes. Do they want to win COD Champs? Yes. Can they do it with this roster? I don't think so. I think that in order for EnVyUs to contend for first place, like the EnVyUs squad that we saw at this last event at Orlando is not a squad that's going to beat the Optic Gaming squad that we saw at Columbus, at Orlando, in the 5Ks, in the 10K, in the 2Ks, that we've seen online, on LAN. They're not beating that team. And I think just like when the Miami Heat were in their stride, teams were built to beat them. Even though the funniest thing is that the team, the San Antonio Spurs, that stayed steady is the team that ends up beating them. It's kind of hilarious. It's kind of interesting. So maybe if EnVyUs just stays the course. But I just don't think so. I think that COD Champs is too soon. They got to do something. They got to split things up. They got to roll things around. And you've got so many up and coming teams. Even though a team like Stunner can't play in COD Champs, lucky for everyone, according to Crim Six. But you guys let me know in the comments, who do you think should go, should stay? What do you think the EnVyUs roster should look like? Is Prophecy gonna break up? Where's Imbo's gonna go? And when the heck are we gonna hear about COD Champs? This is your boy Kingdom Soldier. Second place is not a curse. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.